I know you love the great outdoors.
Yes, definitely. And so part of it is like I ride motorcycles, and so a lot of the motorcycle riding, this is the best place to start. If you go down Highway 12 to Missoula or north, south, any direction you go from Lewiston is great motorcycle rides.
I call our place here Hidden Paradise.
It really is.
For years, you have listened to me carefully, even through my mistakes. Do you mind working with people like me who want things explained in simple terms?
No, I look forward to that part of it. There's part of the education process is making sure that you kind of understand what you're doing and the decisions that we can make together, are the best for you. And so for that, I want to make sure that you're understanding what's going on in that process, so that you're heading down the right path and you're comfortable with those decisions. If you just are just sitting back and not saying you just figure it out, then that makes me uncomfortable, because I want you to know what's going on.
Yeah, that is a good thing to do, and it's my favorite because then I know you saved me a lot of money, but I know how you did it.
Yes.
So I appreciate that. The accounting field, the requirements are changing daily. How do you guys stay in the know and keep updated?
We go to at least 40 hours of continuing education every year, and some of that's local, some of it's webinars, some of it's live seminars. So that's kind of how we, as in general, stay up on what's happening. Like with the coronavirus, information has come out, in the last month and a half. There's been a lot of law changes, and they've been coming out fast. So it's like the webinars and stuff, we get as much as we can off of the internet, and hopefully from reliable sources. So that's what we're trying to do, is kind of sift out that information from the internet and what's going to be valuable to our clients, and make sure that we're letting them know kind of what they need to be paying attention to.
That's good, because we don't necessarily have that much time. That's why I need you to do it, to find out what's the truth and what's not, and what exactly I need to do. Which brings me to my next question. Sometimes people don't know who to pick for an accountant, unless they meet me, because I tell them you. But I thought I would see what criteria you guys use when hiring CPAs to work for you.
Sure. So what we look for is people that are going to be a good fit for the culture of our firm. So we want them to have, good personalities, easy to talk to, because that's the people that the clients are going to be interacting with. We want to make sure that interaction, so that you as a client are comfortable with whoever you're dealing with. I think if you're not comfortable with your CPA, then you probably should be looking around a little bit, so that you feel like you can basically tell them anything you want, ask them any questions that you need, because they're kind of your partner in your financial future.
That is the truth. One thing is, because I ask you some crazy questions, and also the fact that I used to think CPAs were boring, and that is something you are not. You had mentioned the world was hit hard by COVID-19. What are you seeing some of your business practices and your clients doing that are working well for them to get through this?
Sure. So a lot of it is the stay-at-home order, and the business is making it through that process, that they have to somehow be operating. Like our office specifically, we've got most of the accountants are working in their home offices, and so a lot of that's getting the technology and the information set up so they can still remote in. So a lot of the clients are doing the exact same thing. As if they have the ability to work from home, then that's kind of what they've tried to set up and make that happen. We've tried to at least be there for the PPP loans, for instance, has been a big push this last 6 weeks, and so we've been helping clients through that process too, because there's not a lot of information and it's somewhat confusing. So what if we can at least get them in the door, then that's going to help them make it through this time.
And I know the companies that I work for that used you, they have been like calling you and emailing you and FaceTiming you and whatever, and you've been right back with them. So even though you're working at your home office, you're almost immediately returning our phone calls or our emails. So you guys aren't lollygagging around.
It hasn't been super slow.
No,
that's okay.
probably.
We want to be responsive, and it's super important for the clients too.
Speaking of which, where are we at with the new July 15th tax deadline?
So the IRS came out, or the Congress anything that was due to the IRS between any payments or reports due to the IRS between April 1st and July 15th are now due July 15th. State of Idaho, constitutionally, I think they couldn't get it to go past June 30th. So the state of Idaho tax returns and payments are due June 15th.
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that because sometimes I work in Idaho and Washington. I'm glad that you told me that. Any new tax laws people should know about?
I think the big things that'll be coming down, there's a lot of things that came with the CARES Act. So there'll be, like, net operating loss carryovers have changed, and there's some payroll tax deferral items. So those are probably the things to mostly focus on. The PPP loans were kind of the current focus because that's the dollars that are currently available and they're being consumed fast.
Wow, we really appreciate you getting us in there fast because some of us didn't know what to do. It just happened so fast. And I know you assisted me and a ton of other people, so I'm grateful for that. I'm also appreciative of not only what you've done for me over all these years, but my clients that I've sent your way and my friends and colleagues. They appreciate the knowledge that you've shared with them. Folks, if you want more information from Stauffer Associates CPA firm, give them a call or check them out online at stauffer-cpa.com or stop by one of their locations in Liberty Lake or Clarkston, Washington.